Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a super powerful guide for anyone who's ever felt totally drained just from being a little too kind, a little too hardworking. Yep, we're going to learn how to build your mental fortress.
So let's just start with this idea, because it's a big one. It completely reframes burnout. See, it's not some personal failure. Nope, it's actually a direct consequence of your greatest strengths, your kindness, and your dedication.
I want you to imagine your personal energy as this whole collection of bright, shining stars. Our mission today is to build a fortress around them, to protect them from those pesky stress monsters. You know, all those little things that sneak in and steal your light, leaving you feeling just empty.
That's right. The goal here is to officially stop being a public charging station for everybody else's needs. Instead, you're going to learn how to become the master of your own well-defended mental fortress.
All right, so here's the game plan. We've got 4 key steps to build up your defenses, one by one. And we're going to start with something simple but incredibly powerful, the art of the pause.
First up, mastering the art of pause. You know, the goal here is actually pretty simple. It's all about creating a crucial buffer zone, just a little moment of space between someone asking you for something and your immediate, often automatic response.
Okay, so our first tool is the Golden Notebook. Now, this is just a beautifully simple but really effective trick to sidestep that social pressure that makes us say yes right away. And hey, you don't even need a real notebook. It's the idea that counts.
And this phrasing right here, it's genius. It does 2 things at once. First, it makes the other person feel heard, but it also delays your commitment. It sends a clear signal that your time is valuable and you're thoughtful about how you spend it.
Next up, I want you to think of your energy as a single scoop of your absolute favorite ice cream. You only have so much before it melts, right? So this means you have to be super selective about which tasks or, flavors you choose to spend it on. And what this does, really, is it helps you create an energy budget. By seeing your energy as something finite and precious, you naturally stop overestimating what you can do, and you start focusing only on the stuff that brings you the most value and, well, joy. And to protect your most valuable recovery time, your sleep, you've got to try the brain dumping technique. Right before bed, just grab a notebook and write down every single worry and to-do that's buzzing around in your head. This process literally seals them away until morning, giving your brain permission to finally rest.
Okay, now that we've mastered the pause, it is time to learn how to say no gracefully. And we're going to do that by serving up a metaphorical and surprisingly delicious rejection cake.
See, a perfect gentle no isn't just a word. It's more like a carefully constructed cake with 3 distinct layers. Each one is designed to communicate respect and kindness while still firmly protecting your boundaries.
You always start with the top layer, the praise balloon. You offer a genuine compliment or some affirmation. This immediately sets a collaborative tone, not a confrontational one, and it helps the other person feel recognized and valued.
The second layer is the honest filling. This is where you state your limit, clearly and without any apology, using I statements. You could say something like, my energy boat is already full, or I can't divide my focus without sacrificing quality. It's about your capacity, not about their request.
And finally, you add the gift solution. You don't just shut them down, you offer a helpful alternative. Maybe you suggest a colleague, or you offer to help at a later time. This is what turns a rejection into a redirection, and it positions you as a helpful resource, not a blocker.
But here's the thing, you don't have to defend your fortress all by yourself. The strongest fortresses always have allies. So now it's time to build your support squad by summoning your very own superheroes.
So instead of waiting until you're completely drowning in work, you can proactively raise a rescue flag with your manager. Now, this isn't complaining. This is a professional strategy called priority negotiation. You're just making the workload visible and asking for their help to direct resources.
And this is exactly how you frame it. It becomes a strategic question about quality and where to put the team's resources. Trust me, this approach shows you're thinking about the team's success, not just your own workload, and that's the sign of a real pro.
Oh, and everyone needs an emotional hug buddy. This is that one trusted friend who acts as your safe space to just vent. A place to release all that emotional wastewater without any fear of judgment or, and this is key, unsolicited advice.
And this one is absolutely critical for dealing with those chronic complainers, the so-called energy vampires. You have got to protect yourself by setting firm time limits and learning the gentle art of redirection.
You can't change them, but you can definitely control your exposure to them.
And finally, please never forget that summoning a mental big bear doctor, a professional therapist or counselor, is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate sign of self-respect and courage. It is the most powerful upgrade you can possibly give your fortress defenses.
And just like that, you've completed your training, Fortress Master. Before we finish up, let's just recap the single most important rule of your new, well-defended territory.
Please, just let this sink in for a second. This is the key takeaway from our entire explainer today. Your worth is not measured by how many times you say yes. It is defined by the courage and the grace you show when you protect your own energy and your own well-being.
So look, you are now equipped with a full toolkit of powerful, yet gentle defense mechanisms. The only question left is, which one of these are you going to put into practice to defend your fortress first?